All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, from that break. We're going to be getting into the second map now of this best-of-3 series between CLG and Lounge.gg. And, well, we have a bit of an upset to start things off already. Lounge, they ended up picking up CLG's map that was Dust 2. So, Natu, your impression so far on how things have played out?
Yeah, I think it's going to be trouble for CLG here. On Overpass, it's a map that is usually pretty good for these Polish guys, but CLG is a team that didn't used to play Overpass a whole lot until I think this summer, basically, and they started picking it up, but they haven't, from what I remember, haven't really picked up any good wins, at least against international teams. So I actually talked about this map with them as well. To play the way CLG likes to play Overpass is they have 3 different defaults they like to run. So they have a long default, they have a middle default, and a B default apparently that they'll be running. So, and they're the kind of team that just seem to be striving for those first picks and making decisions based off of that. And also, I think a big factor is going to be how they're going to shake that dust 2 off of their shoulders. Is obviously it didn't go the way they were expecting it to. Early struggles were real.
Yeah, well, they were definitely cold at the beginning of the match. We were both talking about it. It didn't really seem like they were on the server at all. Like, well, I mean, you can also probably attribute that to Lounge.gg's aggressive style. I think that really caught a lot of us off guard. We were all expecting a slow, measured pace from them, heavy on the executes, all that sort of thing. And then it was a completely different approach that they took in the map. They decided to go ultra aggressive right from the start. They never really let go. And it wasn't until much later on in the second half that CLG were able to start, climbing their way back into that game, which you could probably also say, is due to Lounge.gg's lack of experience at closing matches on big stages like this here at the Major. I mean, this is pretty much the biggest stage in the world, so there's that additional pressure that's on your shoulders. Doesn't seem like Lounge were able to quite get their game plan together to be able to actually close out that map while they had such a huge lead. But we have Sparrow the Opper here for Lounge Gaming, and he actually had some big rounds, like clutch rounds that made the difference for his team. Yeah,
I think like 2 1-on-2 situations where he just demolished his opposition, and those were big rounds too, leading to the victory on that first map. And yeah, I think the biggest factor right now is going to be how CLG really is going to gather themselves after losing that. They seemed a bit down after that map. We saw some pictures on the stream, and we saw the guys outside as well, seeming a bit down. So they really have to pick themselves up here at this point.
They were down. I mean, they were. I think the main thing is they were feeling robbed, right? Especially in that last round, because at least as far as they were concerned, they're like, we didn't press because we thought he didn't have time to plant the bomb, and well, neither did we, honestly. Like, he literally made it up there with like a fraction of a second left. So it's just those kinds of rounds where if you get tilted, it's going to come back to bite you. And there were a lot of close rounds in on that first map.
Yeah, the big thing there on that first map was also the fact that CLG really didn't have any economy to work with on that first half, because they never were able to string 2 rounds together, always winning one and then losing the next one, putting themselves in a very, very rough situation. So, yeah, it wasn't beautiful, that's for sure. So it is time for redemption when you're looking from CLG's point of view.
Yeah, I think all eyes are on them at this point, because they are still the favorite team in this matchup. They should be the ones picking up, they should have been the ones picking up their map on Dust 2. That might rattle them. Now they go into the playground of Lounge.gg on Overpass. And, well, it's not going to get any easier from here on out. But again, eyes on Lounge.gg, just to say that this is still the team with less experience. And are they going to be able to take advantage now of this lead that they have in this best-of-3 and close out this last map, come in strong? And then you have the mind games that could come into it as well. So already they managed to shake CLG with their approach to Dust 2 and their ultra aggression. Do they keep going with the ultra aggression, or do they decide to, throw CLG for a loop, slow down their game, maybe go back to the execute heavy style? What do you think, Natu?
Yeah, I mean, even though they're less experienced, they still were playing with a lot of confidence. I think that's a huge factor. We saw Mishu doing a lot of work there in that match, especially overtime.
He must have dropped that 40 bomb in the end. Yeah. He was up at 38 with a couple rounds left, so he must have got there.
Yeah, so I think that's a huge factor there, just playing confidently and making sure you don't have any problem taking early battles, aim duels when you need to, because that's what CLG is probably going to want you have as well. So you're going to get those opportunities with the way CLG plays.
Well, Finesse had his moments as well. He actually had one of those clutches
that kept
amazing. CLG in the game. Yep. But it looks like we are done with the knife round. We're going to be getting into DE Overpass here to potentially settle things in this best-of-3. Flipside are waiting in the winner match, so that's what this team is battling for. Lounge.gg, that is, the chance to go on and face off against them, get that first seed in the group, get that spot in the Major. Lounge Gaming will be starting on the CT side. It looks like CLG will be on the offense. And, well, on Dust 2 at least, CLG had a solid T-side performance.
Interestingly enough, CLG opting to have 0 nades to work with on TPS round. I think Overpass being one of those maps that we really need to have one.
And look at the very aggressive push coming in here from Innocent. Straight up through playground, into the back lines. He's all the way in T-spawn. JDM definitely heard that, which is why you see him turning around to hold the back line. But now they have to worry about there being a big backstab coming in on them. This could get really tricky, and they decide to rotate out through connectors straight up into mid. They're going to go all the way up onto the A site, trying to pounce, and this might actually work out. It's going to be onto Sparrow here. He has to hit a headshot. Starts off strong. There's one. Could get another as well. He's playing dance. He's actually dancing with this man. I believe that is Hazed, who's staying around the truck and who will get saved by his teammate. 3 kills go the way of CLG, and another one, a jump shot from Hazed. Hazed just locking it down in the end. 2 kills for him.
Well, I guess you don't need nades when you hit shots like they just did. Very simple play coming through that A short and plowing through that A site. Zero trying to keep hold of it, but just wasn't happening. And Hayes getting those kills. I think he picked up 3 kills. He was in the jumping burst to the head of Lord.
And just noticed that his lock name is Goosh.
Perfect start for CLG.
Name. Perfect name for that situation.
Perfect start for CLG as well. Getting that pistol around, but we see actually there's gonna be a scout in play from Lounge Gaming. See if that makes a difference.
Well, the Deagle out on long. He could have hung around there for a while, but JDM is going to be able to pick him off. Nice use of flashes there as well. CLG, you want to make sure that they're using those nades, taking advantage of the nades to really limit the damage that they'll take, trying to push up here.
Yep, CLG just keeping the distance. They're just trying to scout out the map and see what's going on. Early long control, but then just full rotation towards B actually. And it's only going to be Mishu there playing that B site with a P250. So this might turn out to be the right call from CLG pushing that B site.
Curious about Mishu also skimping on the Kevlar, just going P250 and a flash.
Launch Gaming, they're scouting through that middle now. They have the knowledge. There's no one there, so we already see a second guy in B.
There's a rotation. Innocent takes Finesse's face off. This could get tricky, but Cutler will find Sparrow fast enough, and they're going to be able to spot out the second man as well. It's going to be Mishu forced out onto the site, but pushing up short is Lounge Gaming. They're doing big damage. Innocent finds the kill on Tarek, and we're into a 2-on-2 somehow in this round. Both players here for Lounge. They've got an MP7 and a 5.7 to work with. Smoke is imperfect. There's a gap to work here. There's a gap to exploit, but random shots go through, nearly taking out Innocent, and the flank is gone. Lord gets caught, and just on the edge there, CLG able to lock down that round.
Yeah, the big issue for CLG was just they took way too long making that rotation from long towards B, and that gave time for the CTs to rotate, scout through the map and see what's going on, and that's basically why it got so close. Lounge just got all that information and got to rotate people. 2-on-2 though, going in favor of CLG, and we're going to be seeing another save here from Lounge Gaming. It's going to be CLG at 2-0.
Innocent and Michu both have very good money. Very good money going into this next round, so it's going to be curious to see what they buy. But yeah, still some MP7s, or rather some SMGs. Mac 10, MP7, couple of pistols here for CLG. They're kind of skimping on the money, so hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them.
I like to refer the Mac 10 to Mac Daddy.
Mac Daddy? Okay.
Yep.
We can do the Mac Daddy. Yeah, that works. Is that, you know, referring to Puff Daddy? Is that it?
No, it's just Mac Daddy.
Okay.
Such a daddy weapon.
See, Finesse. That's the problem. When you just go for the pistol, you skimp. You get punished in the end. Lord lives with 2 HP. I mean, they've taken some damage here on Lounge Gaming's side, but they get a kill out of that, so it's not too bad. It's not the end of the world for CLG, obviously. They only lost a pistol, so they're not going to care too much about it.
Yeah, a bit too spread around from CLG, though. They're not playing that much as a unit. Still kills going in their favor.
They actually hold the Mac 10 with one hand as well. True gangsta. But they are just getting whittled down at this point. Backstab comes in from Tarek. He is able to remove Sparrow. But it's still Oscarish and Lord alive here for Lounge. There's the peak. They have confirmation now of where Tarek is playing from. The man on the site, Lord, down so very low. And he decides to peek in that situation. So now this really opens it up. This is a winnable situation here for Tarek. Pre-fire there. Sparrow doesn't go for the peek too quick. And now Tarek will commit, get that bomb plant. Does he look right? Yes, he does. He hears the shot, and this is going to draw it out. And he has all the time in the world. He's taking his time, going for the reload, gets the spray, gets the win. And CLG up on 3 rounds now. But
yep.
Very expensive
Exactly,
rounds.
That's what I was going to say as well. That's Lounge Gaming just making it very costly for CLG and making these rounds too, let's say, just way too close, actually. In that round, I felt like CLG was just way too spread around. They should have gathered up, went together on that site, and make sure you're going to be trading those kills more effectively. But instead, a bit of too much of a one-by-one, every man for himself kind of mentality almost cost him the round. But here we go, the first weapon round. Lounge Gaming not going for that AWP. It's going to be M4s all across the board.
Yeah, very good money, though. Yeah, full nades. No kit, though.
I think this is going to be that B default they like to run here from CLG, just taking over B short. Try to get that first pick and then work from that.
Now, as you can see, we have the boost here from Sparrow looking into mid. Double angle, good flash. This could open things up, and there it is. Peekaboo moment. Hazed is gone. They managed to fall back as well, although there is a man, Finesse, trying to hunt them down, trying to return that frag. It's not going to happen this time, though. He gets dropped down to 37 HP. And no return for him, and he's going to have to back off and change up his angle. The rest of his team are still gathered around sewers. At least 2 of them are there. Third in Finesse, and the bomb waiting outside of Monster.
Yeah,
did they realize that Michu could be the one who wrecks everything here for them?
Oh yeah, definitely. The positioning with CLG was the way where they were so far deep in there that there was no knowledge from Lounge Gaming that this was happening to Michu.
Decides to hold down mouse one, gets a little greedy. He will get followed up on. But still a man advantage here for Lounge, and they're running out of time, CLG. They're down to 30 seconds in this round. Oscar's working his way through the connector, trying to get into the back lines. Lord darts up to Toxic. This could be big. There's the flank. Gets the first kill. And they're still very, very low on CLG's side. Not a whole lot of HP to work with. He does his job, Lord. Takes 2 kills. Could get another one here. Finesse actually the one to bring it back. And now Finesse versus Oscar. 10 seconds left. Not a whole lot of time to play with here, and he decides to plant safe. Doesn't know where Oscar's playing from. Oh, wow.
What a back and forth affair there. First battles in middle going in favor of Lounge Gaming, but then CLG actually almost making it into a round towards that B side, even though it seemed to be pretty evident that attack was going to be towards B. Still, it's Oscar seeing that deal in that one-on-one, even though it seemed like FNS had that knowledge of where he was. That's going to be putting the Polish guys on the board. It's going to be 1-3 here. Moving in that 5th round. Let's see what the economy is like for the terrorist. They lost a lot of players in that 2nd and 3rd round, so it could mean trouble here in the 5th round for them in terms of purchase.
I'm getting that feeling that it was so incredibly important for CLG to pick up the pistol.
Still getting that buy. So they have 4 smokes to work with, actually 5 smokes to work with, Molotov, so they have all the means to do any kind of an execution they would like to.
Oh, there's the peek. Lord spots the info, blocks off short immediately with the smoke. Decides not to waste any time at all. So, no real opportunity here for CLG. They should be happy about that, though, because Lounge Gaming are pretty short on smokes. Of course, CLG don't really know that, but Lounge running out of smokes fairly early on. Good spray onto Tarek here by Innocent, doing a little bit of damage, dropping him down to 74. But CLG, they postured around B to start, but now they start wrapping back into mid.
Yeah, very similar approach from CLG early on in this round. It's not like there was anything wrong with it last round, so makes a lot of sense. Oscar getting that first pick, though.
Spots the second man. He's trying to find that angle. He could very well find it, but JDM's going to take his face off. Tarek is there to take out Innocent as well. Sparrow buying some time with that smoke, but he's going to get wrapped on. He has to hit this shot, and he does. Tarek gets dropped on the A site. That's the bomb down as well, and perfect timing to put the Molotov into restrooms, basically just shutting things. How does Sparrow miss that shot, though? Point blank shoots over Finesse's shoulders, but Miku is there to save the day, and now 1-on-2 situation once again. And Lord, he doesn't have 2 HP this time. He's got 99. So it could be looking a bit better for him. And there it is. Wins the duel. And Lounge got their 2nd round on the board.
So back and forth are these battles right now. And they're all happening up front there towards that middle area of the map and in the toilets. And Tarek actually had some really good spatial awareness here, trying to take over that A side after that pick. But here we see this AWP kill really didn't nullify anything CLG had going on in that round. And that's going to be forcing CLG into the save round. 3-2 in favor of CLG at this point still.
Yeah, that's where it gets really awkward now. They're going to be starting to think about what happens in the next round. They need to come up with some kind of strat to just get that bomb down. It's so dangerous. Being able to rush down Sparrow would be good, though. Oscar definitely going to get overwhelmed. All 4 just ready and waiting, facing him. They've got that bomb just training its way up mid. Good nade there to buy some time, but Finesse finds another kill onto Lord. Sparrow holds the line, though. Will just shut down Hazed. Good flick onto Cutler. And now things are falling apart for CLG. It's enough time for Lounge to rotate in, start blocking him off, but it's still a 2-on-2.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a reason why Sparrow is actually using the AWP. He's hitting a lot of crazy shots now, left and right. As we're going to see the battles here B. FNS picking that kill on Michu. Could be proving to be huge in this round. It's a 2-on-1 situation in favor of CLG.
I'm thinking this is definitely advantage CLG. Got a man in pit and a man on site, and Sparrow caught in a bit of an awkward spot. Yeah, there's the pop though, and he's going to be able to take out the one, but Tarek peeks behind it and gets the job done. CLG, 4 rounds for them.
Yeah, it's a bit of, pretty much a yellow rush towards A and just working out for them. It's going to be all about those early battles in toilet area right now, because if you don't get them, if you don't win them, you don't get the room to actually do any kind of an execution if you want to go towards that A site. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of battles happening there. But these op shots.
This is very solid work.
Yep. He definitely can work that weapon.
Yeah, 3 kills for Sparrow in the round. Did the best that he could, but it's not meant to be. And Lounge on a save. I mean, these have been very close rounds.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's been very back and forth, like I said.
And there we go. 4 very quick frags.
This is important for CLG. Just try to make it as clean as possible to make some bank going on for them.
Absolutely right. And so if they can just lock Mishu out of here without doing any damage, this would be a huge round. CLG also just taking their time. Look at this. Checking all the angles, making sure that Mishu can't lurk behind them, get a free kill out of this. So they should just be working their way onto a side eventually. Now Tarek really being thorough. So as far as CLG are concerned, this is perfection. This is exactly how they wanted it to go. They keep all 5 guns alive. Mishu can still do some damage, but we'll see. He's waiting in bank. He's just waiting for his moment, biding his time. This is within lethal range as well with the PG-50, so if somebody actually hunts into bank, they're going to be in for a bit of a rough surprise.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, here's the steps.
Just going to be waiting. Here we go.
Yeah, this guy is indomitable, man. He just keeps doing damage.
It's a huge nade, though.
And he nearly gets another.
Right on the money. There we go. It's going to be a weapon round once again. See what kind of approach we have from Lounge Gaming. Can they afford the ops? And how they're going to be utilizing them. So far, the storyline has been a lot of battles up there in toilets. I think it's going to probably continue being that. It's actually been... Lounge Gaming has come on top of that for the most part. Actually, they're going to be going for the double save, so that was the situation. We didn't actually see the money after that last round. So I think it's a good call. Make sure you have everything you need to win a round.
Yeah.
It's almost going to be hard when you're half a force.
Yeah, they just want to guarantee the nades.
In this, yeah, especially in this map.
They've been light on kits, they've been light on nades this whole time. Oh, no. Well, you looked so good last round, Mishu, but that was not pretty. We're going to forget that ever happened.
Yeah, not the prom queen of plays.
No. A little bit of money here for Finesse. All right, good night, Finesse.
See you later, bro.
You gotta love those Deagle kills as well. Innocent was like, sit down. Oh, and Cutler, he barely lives.
Oh, that's a nice lip cam.
I know, man. This guy's getting creative over here. Cameraman, you know? Trying to find those angles, really, so we can get to know the players.
Not really sure what to say at this point.
A bit too much beard for me.
Yeah, maybe.
You know?
Yeah.
Cutler's got the trim going well. All right, let's see. But you got the Polish team here, yeah. And now it's crunch time, basically. This is it. And a single kit. Wow. A single kit picked up.
Look at this. CLG is heading towards that B side. It's going to be an execute, it seems like.
Shots. Yeah, shots. 1-for-1 trade into pit. Lord doing a little bit of damage, and it's actually going to be Innocent stepping in, picking up another. Sparrow misses a shot. He's been so good so far, but he doesn't come through that time. Nice nade to bring Hazed a little bit lower. Does he know that he's got a man pinned down behind him on short? The spray goes through. Cutler and Hayes both so very low. And JDM nearly pulls the trigger on his teammate, but they hold for now. And as I say that, Oscar with the double spray. And it's going to be down to JDM. There's the first kill. Tech9 up close. He could go for the man on short as well. Decides to go leaping into it. Actually wins the duel. And he even stays alive here. He has the time, but he's not going to be able to swap to the op fast enough. And Oscar's got the time. He's got the kit. He will get the defuse. Lounge just barely hanging into this round.
That was a good change of pace from CLG, actually. Going for that B hit directly instead of going to middle like they've had so far. Almost working out for them, but a lot of the work was done by Innocent, actually. And a lot of it happened on short. Lounge able to. JDM here actually tried to. This is the replay of what had just happened. So close from clutching this as well.
Yeah, he gets down to 11. That's it.
A lot of the battles was happening on short, and it's just the way CT's managed to delay that attack on short. Basically made it that one's harder for CLG, and that was Lounge Gaming picking up a very important round.
Full money, though. Full money for both teams. And what is this? They're just going to go running through the smoke. Are they insane? Pop bust by his own teammate. Lord, he does manage to get one at least, but Hayes with the double entry. He just got team flashed, though. That could have been catastrophic for CLG. Lounge actually helping the Americans out.
You don't see that too often, do you?
Oh, now this is very tricky for Lounge. Down a man, light on the nades.
Yeah, they...
Oh, wow, Sparrow, no fear, only dreams. Can he get the shot? Spots the man, gets the kill, spots the man out as well. 2 kills for him. Man advantage now for his team, but Finesse brings it back, and he's actually hunting it. Monster, this man's insane. He just doesn't actually have the time, Oscar. Finesse is going to be able to wrap back around. He's got an HE. And let's see, pros don't fake, but Finesse, he's going to take the peek. He's going to get the kill. Locks down the round for his team. Way too close, though, to actually pulling that off, Lounge.
Yeah, what was those positions like? There was a guy on the sandbag getting picked off. There was a guy towards Monster. He got picked off, and then things just went haywire at that point. But eventually, FNS managed to pick he are the 2 kills I was just talking about. And FNS picking it up, and Lounge Gaming is going to be another situation where they're probably going to be forced for double eco. As we see 3 guys with a situation where they're not going to be able to buy properly next one. So it's basically the same as what CLG had on CT side last map. Lounge is just not able to string together any rounds. That's the problem.
Splash. Oscar is, and there we go, Innocent. Well, or, you know, the other way to do it is just to win an eco.
Sure,
that works out fine too.
That's fair enough.
Get the AKs, they line up for Finesse, and he manages to pick up the first headshot. Gonna set up for the second as well. Good spray down onto Lord, but he's down to 3 HP right now. Even Michu would be a threat with this USP, and Michu's actually in a very clever spot. Does he decide to push?
I think it's a good play to just wait.
Oh, he's gonna get that backstab. Surprise, surprise. And then he just runs back. Ah, this is nasty. Oh, Tarek now, he's worried. He can run right into it. There we go. Does he get the spray? Good control by Tarek. He actually stops the spray to try and hit that shot, but they lose the round. Lounge, they win a hard eco pretty much. I think they just had a bunch of P250s in a single flash, and they actually pull it off perfectly.
Yeah, that was catching CLG off guard. A little step push from long and mid. Just, I think CLG was a bit too careless, not using enough nades. Should have used a bit more time as well and wait what happens. But obviously that didn't happen, and that's Lounge Gaming picking up a round they were not supposed to. Giving another life for them, and that's going to be put in CLG in a situation where they're going to be 1 P250, 1 Tech 9, AWP, and 2 AKs to work with here. Still a lot of nades to work, so should be a viable round for them.
Yeah, this should still work. I mean, JDM's got his ops. That's pretty much like the point man that you want to be.
They go for that long control again.
And then they're falling back, Lounge. Are they going to go for a boost? They could try and boost Sparrow over the truck to get eyes on long. And there it is. Boom. Misses the shot midair, but that would have been glorious. Unfortunately for him now, the pressure could come in. He gets flashed by his teammate. Lord holding up close. He's a bit stuck here. He's going to get that nade combo, though. 1-2 punch combination. Takes the kill, and he does not manage to find the second one. Tarek will shut him down. Brings it back to a 4-on-4, though. And in the meantime, yeah, exactly. Michu pushing all the way into T-spawn. They've got the info. They know that this is going to be an A play now. But Sparrow decides to peek on the long, and he gets picked off by Hayes. It's going to make life a little bit tricky here. Innocent with the glorious spray managed to pick off 1-2, make it 3. JDM is now alive in a 1v2. 30 seconds, so he's still got a little bit of time to play with here. He's going to be able to pick up that bomb as well. While these smokes last, he could try and go for the plant, but he decides to hunt for more. He wants to get the kill, and little does he know. Man, Michu, that was like the longest backstab, but so key.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I mean, the way, if you want to attack that A side, you need to have an execute, and CLG obviously not really throwing them at that. It was sort of a in-between just pushing in and an execute. There was a couple smokes that came in, but the rest were just running in there. It's going to be a hard way of trying to take over that A side, to be honest with you. And that's putting in CLG in a situation where it's their time to save, as they lost that anti-eco round and the next round as well. It's going to be 5-7, and Lounge is slowly getting into this.
Still light on money, Lounge, but that goes without saying.
Yep, they need
I'm
a clean
surprised that
sweep
they don't
here.
go for like even a single flash though, CLG, just to better their odds. Oh, that's unfortunate. That might cost Oscar his life, although, no. I thought for sure Oscar was a dead man there with that Molotov getting missed, but he still manages to stay alive in one piece. And Finesse is in a backstab position here. He could take out Sparrow, who's very low on HP.
A big thing for Lounge is the fact that they've not lost a single guy so far, so building that bank on the CT side is going to be a big part of it. But let's see what happens. Maybe he'll manage to get one of those. Wow, just going back and forth.
No!
Merry-go-around.
Dude, if Finesse somehow finds the no, don't peek now. That guy's got full HP. Oh, he still gets it. Nicely done. Oh, finesse. You sly devil. He's gonna walk in to meet you though, but he could have made that so much more expensive. I mean, I think that was Lord over on long. A bullet from that M4 would have done the trick there as well.
And those kills were huge because that's gonna put a lot of stress on the Polish guys when it comes to their economy. Should they lose this one here, that would be catastrophic for their economy.
Wow, with
the big kills with the clock as well, yeah. And those both guys were high on HP as well. So let's see what kind of approach we have in CLG. They have plenty of nades to work with. No AWP in the play right now, though. They're going for the similar play, just going for that long control, it seems like, early on. Sending one person to, I think it's JDM towards that B site. Just holding and seeing what's going on. Oh, nice. FNS actually, and he gets to pick up that first kill as well. That may change things.
This could shift everything around now. Nice flash there from Finesse.
Don't get too greedy.
Yeah, he's getting fairly low on HP now, down to 7. If they were to challenge him again, it could be pretty good for Lounge, but they're not going to. Playing it safe instead.
Yeah, it seems the CLG is just going to be setting up for a B play coming up soon.
Oh, and this is such a sexy call. Look at this. Nobody is here.
Where's
Innocent? Innocent is over in Connector?
That's an interesting choice of plays from Lounge Gaming right now. They're opting everyone towards that A site, but the attack is going towards B site. They're going to be just waltzing into this site, getting a free plant, and Cutler is in a prime position to catch off the rotation of guard. See how it works out. At this point, you may even have to save if they lose the next guy.
I think Lounge have to.
But they don't. They pick on Cutler.
JDM is in position. He could pick off one, and yeah, gets the headshot on Despero. Hayes takes out Innocent. This is falling apart now for Lounge. They're trying to force this still. They go barreling onto this site. Oscar is going to be able to keep their heads low, but they need to find the shots, and there it is. Lord manages to trade 1 for 1, but there's just no time left here in this situation. Oscar, he's not going to be able to actually pick up the second kill.
And this is going to be putting Lounge into a really, really tough position. You have 2 guys with money to buy. The rest of them have to do with some pistols, maybe shotguns, what have you. It's going to be 8-6 for CLG at this point. A bit of a back and forth round there, though. I thought Cutler was going to have that rotation guy easily, but ended up not getting it. And things just got a bit tense at that point.
Yeah, this is all over the place, no doubt about it.
Yeah, interesting choice of plays from Lounge as well. And the CT just stacking A side and just leaving B open.
Oh, and right on the edge, Tarek catches out Lord. Well done on him. Innocent with the dualies. Boom.
See you later.
Or more like boom, 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 boom. Oh, yeah, whatever. But you guys get the idea.
How frustrating must that be?
You just died to dualies. Yeah, that's kind of embarrassing. And Oscar's going to get the 1D on to Cutler. Tarek will take out Innocent, though, so at least there's some balance restored here. It's a 3-on-3. Sparrow still lurking around in restroom as well. Could be the man to ruin CLG's day, except that CLG decided to change things up and go towards that B site. It's all going to be on this man right here. Drop the 40 bomb on Dust 2. Needs to come in big, and he will not. Not a single frag going Miju's way. Yeah,
that was a great room CLG. I think they realized there's going to be 2 guys on A and just one on B, so they just switched directions and ran into that B site and caught off Mishu. Oscar, though, is he going to make it happen? Yeah, he's not. It's going to be 9-6 for CLG on T-side Overpass. It was pretty good T-side for sure. I mean, the biggest problem really for Lounge being that they just lost the wrong rounds. They put themselves in a really, really bad situation. They just didn't have the money to work with. And I think, yeah, 2 times they double saved. Obviously, won one of the save rounds. So
yeah, that's the main thing, I think.
Not
it's at the beginning of the
halves for them.
When you have to go for back-to-back like double ecos, that's not how you want to start a half off on the CT side. Gives way too much room to CLG at the beginning. And well, now we get to see what we have in store for us here on the CT side. On Dust 2, it was a lot of T-side rounds picked up for both of these teams, so we'll see if they can actually recover somewhat, Lounge DG, and put the pressure on CLG early on here. If they're going to have the same approach as well, because CLG, they went 5 Kevlar. So Lounge, what do they have?
Ooh, the opposite nade. Kind of an approach.
Okay.
Triple nades.
Maybe some of that heavy execute style once again. I don't think there's any maybe about it. They're gonna be looking to get those smokes up onto a site, make their jobs easier.
Yeah, it could even be a fake at this point when they have 3 sets of nades. That really enables a lot of things they can do here.
I think JDM is the one we gotta watch. He's hearing steps, so he's definitely tense at this point. He needs to find that headshot as soon as they come around the corner, and Innocence is gonna take his face off. No joy for JDM. Man down for CLG.
Perfect start from Lounge.
Yeah, they're set now. They're primed. You can see CLG, they're flipping out. They're just like, where are these guys going to come from? They're trying to peek everywhere. Tarek right now just dancing. Spots the smoke coming in. Spots one man on long. Didn't see the man in restroom, though. Good timing on the flash there for Lounge Gaming, but they're going to press up onto this site. Nice nade to slow things down somewhat, doing damage to Lord. This is it now. Cutler needs to find the shot. He's going to just put it right into Cart. No, and he just barely gets the headshot onto Oscar before he can get away. Tarek sets up the crossfire. Hayes is there to get the kill, and Lounge decided it's a good idea to push through smokes. Innocent was there to take out Cutler. This is just all over the place. Into a 2-on-2. Sparrow finds Tarek, and now it's going to be down to Hayes, who's only got the 6 HP, and that's not going to be good enough. Lounge with 7 rounds, winning the pistol, and CLG, yeah, this is a nightmare. Guaranteed.
Yep, that was a big T-pistol round there. 3 sets of nades, that's what enabled them to do that. A strat, they smoked off all the choke points, basically creating a wall of smokes there. Not really sure why they opted to go through the smokes. I think that was a bit of a risk that almost cost them, but eventually they picked up the kills. He received Zero here, getting these kills, sealing the deal, and it's going to be putting Lounge into 7 rounds to 9. And CLG, I think it's a good option here not to invest too heavily. You see only just one guy with an armor. You have a scout from Cutler.
Yeah, JDM is prioritizing that AWP.
Especially on this map, you just need a lot of smokes and Molotovs, preferably to work with on your defense to hold off the opponents as much as possible. So I think it's a great approach.
Michu goes for an HE over a smoke when you don't have any smokes on your team.
So yeah, it's an interesting
choice.
Interesting choice for sure.
I mean, the hierarchy of nades is pretty much smoke, flash, HE, incendiaries as well. But like, okay then, there's the HE, and it does virtually nothing. But Hazed is low. Backstab there for JDM, though. He's going to be able to pick up an AK, so he'll be pleased with that, seeing as how he's hard ecoing.
Yeah, you see Lounge was opting to go for AKs and Galils instead of the submachine guns. And I think they were maybe expecting CLG to force bind this, judging from that.
Seems like it. I mean, they're going to walk willingly. Whoa, Finesse caught asleep.
What was he doing?
Wonder there if he was talking to his team at that point, maybe. That's surprising.
Probably.
You need to have that kill, 100%.
Yeah, now JDM and Cutler really need to try and save these weapons. What a shot from Cutler as well. Goodbye to Lord.
That's the problem when you start going out hunting. Like, if you have SMGs or pistols, yeah, sure, go and hunt for frags, have a good time, you know. Treat yourself. But if you've got rifles, you got to stay at home. Oh, you know? It's time to curl up on the couch, you know, hold it close. And make sure that you're not going to lose it, because that's an expensive loss right there.
Oh, it definitely is, because you want to make sure you have as many nades as possible on this run right here, because when you have the Molotovs, you have, well, obviously you have 4 sets of nades here to work with. It's really important, because against ecoing opponents, you want to be able to flush them out with those Molotovs and make sure you have every angle covered with the smokes.
Oh, there's the flash. Tarek is in position with this AK, but he gets mowed down. He sets it up for JDM, though, with the P250 to do 2 kills worth of damage. This is very good. Finesse, not going to get anything out of his CZ75, so he might be a little bit sad about that. But still, Tarek, sure, he died, but he set it up for JDM to step in and actually do some real damage here to Lounge.
Yeah, he should get some bro points from that.
Bro points for sure.
That should be a stat.
How many bro points you got? Yeah, you can't jump like that anymore, Hazed. Not after the last update. You're going to get smacked. But Cutler could take this into sniper if he wanted to. He could have the angle here. Oh, just barely misses on the timing. Bomb is going to make its way onto that site, though. There will be a free plant for Lounge. And is Cutler really thinking about saving the scout? Actually, you could. Yeah. It's not the end of the world if he decides to.
Oh, yeah. It's a viable weapon to have for sure. I mean, we see players like Chris J just opting to go scout over AWP at times.
It's true, which is really just mind-blowing, right? Because we're talking about one of the... used to be one of the best oppers.
That was a bit desperate from Cutler, actually. Just went down. This is where it gets real. This is the first weapon run of this half, and the early advantage of the half is obviously going to be on Lounge Gaming, but it's going to be a CLG's job to stop these pushes and see what kind of approach. Are they going to be playing aggressively or passively? Are the fights going to be happening in the middle? At least Tarek is seemingly going to be pretty aggressive here, but he's going to be sent alone as it's Hayes that is on long. No, it's JDM with that scout on long, actually. Or AWP, rather. And that's where the fight is going to be at soon as well.
Standard hold so far for Lounge Gaming as well, putting a man down into connector, 1 outside of Monster. They decide to take over mid, and they do a fine job of it. Innocent takes out Tarek to start. So this is This is definitely not looking good for the North American team. CLG.
This opens up a lot of mind games when you get that first kill. 5-on-4 and Overpass is a huge advantage to have.
Make use of your nades. Make use of your nades. Don't run into what? JDM thought he had that one for sure. Misses the point-blank shot as well. But really, these guys are willing to just throw their bodies into it. They don't even care about using the nades to try and make the kills easier. Finesse is going to go ahead and bring it back to a 3-on-3 though.
Great reaction just from CLG, making those rotations in that situation. When you're man down, you have to take those risks. It's a great play from FNS.
And there it is. Lord catches out FNS. So no joy there for CLG. Eventually they get caught. 35 seconds left, and they're going on to that B site. There's a man ready and waiting. It's Hazed. Nice timing on the HE, which does no damage.
Wow.
Okay, but that's still. Bullets will do just fine as well. At least he brings it back to a 2-on-2, gives his team a fighting chance. They don't have a kit picked up, though. So they have to get in here fast. They have to find the kills quickly, and Michu takes out Cutler, so this is pretty much it. The nail in the coffin. Hayes down to 8 HP. Gets the shot point blank, but he's going to get flanked out by Lord. Easy kill there for Lord, and that's all that mattered. Didn't matter that it was a 1v1. They just needed to get that round on the board.
Yeah, you just can't get away with doing those two early entries, even though they managed to equalize at FNS, pushing through that connector to middle, but still you're going to be vulnerable for things to happen. And good decision making from the Poles going to the B on in the end. That's usually going to be the weaker side of the two in that situation. So that's going to be putting CLG under some pressure here already. It's going to be 10-9 for Lounge Gaming and a save round from CLG. So potentially at 11-9 at this point.
Let's not forget that this is Lounge Gaming's map as well.
Yeah, and they've already won map. They've already won the first map as well. So
yeah, this is all pressure now on CLG. And well, by Finesse. By Finesse.
Yeah,
yeah.
So far, we've seen a more methodical Lounge Gaming, not playing as fast as they were.
He just misses it?
I think he missed that.
I think he's just off. Hard shot to hit though. I mean, hard nade to hit though if you're going for the jump. But whatever. Hazed, peekaboo, jumps up. He actually commits to that. No fear at all. They will be able to get a kill out of this. JDM drops an AK for Tarek to use, but still, man advantage here, holding on to that B site. CLG should be, well, basically set to save the AK and see if they can get any damage out of these two pistols. And there we go, Cutler to start, rushes down Sparrow. Could make it out of this with the AK as well, although good coverage here by Lord. Decides to take this fight to stop Cutler from picking up that gun for free. Boop, yes. And well, that leaves it. Tarek better back off. He's going to be able to save the gun, and the rest of Lounge doing the same.
Yep. See what CLG does next round. I'm not really a great fan of sending one player alone or long and one short, because there's no revenge kill opportunities there. If you die, you're just going to die and give the numbers to your opponent. So I'm hoping they're going to be doing something together, either short or long, earlier in the round, and then fall back a bit if nothing happens, instead of sending them one by one.
I'm curious to see if Lord is picking up on that as well. If there's a way for him to exploit it. Wow, full buy coming in here.
Now we see two guys actually pushing middle, so they're taking my advice here.
They're doubling up. JDM, he's got that op, goes for the aggressive shot, and he's not going to get it. Instead, he takes damage. Down to 60 HP to start. But at least they put Lounge on notice.
Yep.
At least they go ahead and put a little bit of pressure here on Lounge at the beginning of the round.
But they've lost a lot of map control already, and it's still 1 minute and 20 left on it. So Lounge has a lot of options here to run. But actually, they're going to be rotating all the way back to B. Lounge Gaming is, so potentially a B execute.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Again, this change of pace, right? Not going to wait until the clock ticks down. It seems like they want to just start heading over to this B site fairly quickly here. Nades are getting set up all across the B site. Flashes are going to go in here in a moment. Hazed and Finesse in a bit of an awkward spot. Finesse starts off strong, though, takes the first one, but then they line up for Hazed. That's what had to happen. Oscar's there to get the refrag, but the damage is done. Man advantage now for CLG going into the retake on this site. And the bomb not yet planted. Oscar has to hoof it down here and take advantage of that smoke to get it done. Bit of a flash, didn't see if it was very effective. It was effective on Tarek, but not on the boost. And JDM has been boosted up with that AWP, trying to get a free kill. But let's see now, this is where it gets interesting. They're going to start pushing into the site. CLG going as a unit as well. It's all down on Innocent. He's holding the line. Smoke is there. He goes for the spray. Not going to find the first kill. Bomb is planted for him, though. And this is where it gets interesting. Molotov as well. Don't know if CLG can actually get this. They're on the bomb. They're defusing. Does he actually have the time? He should. Yes, with the kit, he gets the job done. And JDM and Cutler get the kills as well at the end. What the hell happened to that Molotov? Where did it go?
I don't know. It just disappeared from the map, did it now? I think it was on the edge. I think he was just outside of the Molotov, enabling that defuse to come in play. And he was so low on HP as well. I don't know how his bullets didn't hit him either. That's what was really the weirdest part of it, from my point of view.
Like, in my eyes, that was like guaranteed for Lounge.
Hayes does a huge job getting those 2 kills, even though Oscar gets there. But look at this.
Rewatch. He's just shooting right over his shoulder.
It's too high. I think he should have shot a little bit lower.
But Tarek's got 23 HP.
Yep.
Well, maybe he was putting his bullets into the pillar.
I don't know, but that was still very close. In Lounge Gaming, very, very quick push to B coming up.
Yeah, they aren't messing around now. They're just going to go charging in, and Finesse and Hayes doing work. They managed to pick up the 2. Tarek with another one. That's Innocent gone. Finesse is there to shut down Lord and Michu. Nothing here for Lounge Gaming. CLG's just completely locked down this B site, and it's back to the drawing board now for Lord. They tried to change it up with a mid-round push onto B site. That didn't work. Now with the rush, that got shot.
Actually, when you think about it, that previous round that they lost in that situation where the Molotov wasn't on the bomb after all. The way they were, the mindset on that was that they showed themselves in middle and then rotated all the way back to B really quickly. So from CLG's point of view, they thought, all right, there's a lot of people in middle, so be prepared for something to happen towards A. But actually, they were coming towards B, and it was pretty close for going to Lounge Gaming, but in the end, CLG picking that one up. Obviously, that straight-up play towards B wasn't working at all. Just good work from that B defense, nullifying that round. It's going to be a bit of a slightly forced buy from Lounge. They're going to be having to go on a save probably next one if they lose this here.
And Innocent, he's going to get fined for lighting a tree on fire. For shame. Public park, man. Come on.
Bad manners.
Did you see that Molotov?
Yeah. I cry every time.
Arson. Finesse. Surprise, surprise. Oh, nicely done.
There we go.
But they were there.
Trade kills.
Trade kills.
Exactly.
That's what you're talking about. JDM, he's even going to stop Lord from getting the backstab in. He's got bomb control now as well. This is starting to shape up for CLG. It's looking a little bit like Dust 2. CLG, a little shaky at the start, but then they start to seal themselves, start hitting those shots.
Seems like it's a theme going on here. Slow starters, but then getting things working. JDM with another pick here. That's going to be putting Michu in a 1-on-3, actually, as he picks up Tarek.
Oh, misses the shot, though. A little bit of pressure here, but he's taking a lot of damage. He still finds a way to get another kill.
Yeah, way too many casualties for CLG. This should have been a clean round for them, actually. But instead, it's only going to be 2 players surviving that one. But still, it's a round for CLG. And like we just pointed out, this is the early picks and the trade kills is what makes a difference right now. They're playing together as a unit instead of 1 by 1. And that's being a huge factor in it. And that's going to be forcing Lounge into a save round. Just so one smoke and a flash. So they're going to try to go for that bomb plant, obviously.
Good to see for CLG as well that everybody's kind of lending a hand as well. Nobody really lagging behind like on the first map.
Yeah.
Everybody getting frags. They're all fairly even. And JDM, he's just, padding a little bit more. Tarek is going to get shoulder peeked down by Oscar, and there's the follow-up by Lord. Very quick push, but then Cutler's there to save the day. He stops that push cold, and now it's down to the 2 remaining players, but they've got guns to work with now, at least. That AWP on Michu. Now an M4 on Oscar. This is the patience game now. Who's going to peek? Is Cutler going to make the mistake? He's going to go behind the box. He goes behind a flash and hits the shot. Very nicely done. Well, now, yeah, Cutler locks it down. 3 kills for him in the end.
Yeah, and they get to recover that AWP, so not the biggest of losses there for the CLG. At least they got the AWP back. But good 2 kills for Lounge Gaming, obviously, as well. So it's going to be another buy here for the Polish guys, and I'm thinking keep that gameplay slow and methodical, take over middle, try to get that first pick, and then work from that.
That's going to be build up on CLG's side.
Yep, that's going to be the way the Lounge should play this. Take over areas and try to work from the first pick instead of trying to force a fast push into a site.
Just a smattering of damage taken there by Lounge from that HE. Hayes just is like, yeah, bro, I know you're reloading. Oh, and then touchdowns a nade onto him. Yeah, me too. You can be a little annoyed about that.
Now you see them play together on long, that's a positive sign. Again, they're looking for those trade kills at least, instead of sending 1 by 1. So Tarek and JDM playing together here. It's a cheeky little position here behind that tree.
Yeah, unless you have an op, you're not really going to get rid of him either.
Yeah, that tree position seems to be surprising people still, even though it's a pretty common spot by now. leg shot from JDM.
Let's see if Tarek's patience is going to pay off.
Very slow. There's nothing going on from Lounge right now. It's 40 seconds left on the clock.
They do have a man working up on short. That's Michu trying to find some kind of angle to work in here onto the B site. But CLG, they're doing a fantastic job right now of playing extremely passive.
Yeah, if Michu actually managed to get a pick, that would be great for Lounge, but doesn't seem like he's going to be able to. It's just going to be faking this B site. Meanwhile, his teammates are going towards that A site, but his fake is not going to be that good, to be honest with you.
Nope, single nades. CLG should be aware of this. They're going to definitely keep 3 players up on this A site. They're going to start rotating in from the B site as well. And here we go. 10 seconds left. No time to mess around. And JDM needs to get got. And he will, in fact, manage to take 2. But 6 seconds left. That's time enough for the plant. 4,
nope. 3.
They don't actually have it. The bomb was too far away. Sparrow, where was that bomb?
Not really sure what to say at this point. It's just like, that's the cost of when you're playing the Navi type of play, when you're just winding that clock down like that. It's always going to be that risk that the bomb gets dropped, and the trades benefited CLG at that point when the bomb just dropped and there was no time to plan. So that's the thing. Winding down that clock is it's always going to be a risky business.
This is getting a bit scary, I think, for Lounge.
Yeah, at least they can put together a pretty good buy here. So there's still chances to be had. It's been very close in terms of the rounds when it's been a weapon round.
Not sure if Hayes spotted the man in tunnel there. But Oscar's about to run into Tarek. And Tarek wins that duel hands down. That's where you really start to see the shift, the confidence now for CLG.
Yeah, Tarek only lost 27 HP in that battle as well. It should never happen.
They're doing a very good job. Yeah, Finesse is going to take out Michu. Yeah, this is
desperation plays from Lounge right now. Just trying to force picks early on, because the way that round just went, they couldn't get anything going on until it was like 40 seconds left, and they sort of felt like too much under pressure of making a decision. So this time, opting to go for those early picks, not really paying in favor of Lounge Gaming.
I mean, this could smack of the inexperience on Lounge Gaming side as well, right?
Sure,
you know, they're up 1-0 in the map. They're thinking, this is it. We got it, guys. We can go 2-0. And then once it starts getting into that grind territory, CLG's experience is paying off. Lounge are the ones who are feeling the pressure, but here we go. Nade's going out onto that A site, trying to keep CLG guessing. They're going to wrap back around towards the B site, but Finesse, he should hear the steps. He should be able to call for the rotation. Yes, he doesn't over-rotate off. He's still hanging around. He can go ahead and peek once. Doesn't need to go for the repeak, though. Cutler is there from on high, it looks like, managing to take out Lord. And yeah, very quick rotation coming in from CLG. Fantastic work on their side.
Yeah, that was an A fake, but the problem was there was no salesman going into that A site from the Polish guys, and that's pretty much why it was just caught off from by CLG. They understood what was the situation and rotated back, and they had no problem getting those kills on that B side. So that's going to be putting them on that map point. 15-11 scoreline as well, and Lounge is going to be on AKs, and look at that, just 1 smoke and 2 flashes. That's going to be really hard on a map like Overpass to pick up around. It's going to need Lounge to get some early picks here. That's going to be the name of the game. Let's see if CLG allows him to have that.
Straight out onto long, hoping that JDM is around here perhaps, or that Tarek was behind the tree. And they want to find that easy kill. It's just not going to develop for them, though. They've got the single smoke. And that's out, so they're not even wasting much time here, Lounge.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to go. They have to take advantage of this smoke now. And
they're going to get up close and personal here towards that long, I think, and then just try to pop out. Just living off of those first picks they're hoping to manage to get.
They don't have any more flashes.
This could be interesting.
Believe, and there it is. It works. JDM does manage to trade off of Innocent, though. Tarek's still in mid, but JDM's got his back. And there we go. JDM just shots ringing out. They finally remove JDM, but Tarek is there to hold the line. Takes one with him and still gives his team the advantage. 1v2. Backstab coming in here as well from Finesse. And hazed over in CT. Oscar doesn't really have a whole lot of time to work with either. Down to 30 seconds. So he's willing to go ahead, take a little bit of a hunt. Head into bank, perhaps. But CLG are playing this very well. They aren't really showing themselves.
They don't have to do anything, do they? They're just going to have to wait for that move from Oscar.
That wasn't even a fake. Did that make noise? I don't think so.
Nope. Time is catching up on him.
And there it is. No time at all.
There we go.
Perfect crossfire, perfect play towards the end. And what a solid hold on the CT side there for CLG.
Oh, yeah. And they really tightened it up towards that end. Like I pointed out, they needed to play together on that A side when they pushed out aggressively, be it long or short. And that's exactly what they did. They were trading kills and coming out on top of those situations, making them into favorable situations. winning up rounds. And Lounge Gaming, they tried everything pretty much. They were trying to do the straight up play towards A and B, but not really paying off for them. So there we go, CLG picking that up. Something we may have thought that maybe we could have come for the Polish guys, but in the end, CLG showing that they can really play this map.
Yeah, some resilience here for the North American team. Now it comes down to whether Lounge GG can reset for the next map, which will be Mirage. And if you're new, this happens to be one of CLG's strongest maps. It's their home map. Mirage is their playground. So it's not going to get any easier here for the Polish team. But we're going to take a short break before we get into that third map. It'll be about 10 minutes time, so you have time to grab a drink, and we'll be back then.